Well, Kenny, thanks for joining us. It was a long wait, but another draw. We make that 11th.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was a good clean sheet. We didn't really, or my goalkeeper wasn't really troubled. My back players played well defensively anyway, definitely, and so it was. We haven't had enough clean sheets this season, so I was pleased with that. But then after that, we were lacking. To be honest with you, we didn't do enough. We were the home side. We didn't show enough initiative. I didn't think that we got on the ball enough in midfield. The wide areas we didn't, probably until Otis came on. We didn't have the player that could necessarily penetrate a little bit or put the cross in. And then just generally, I did think in possession and going forward, we're a lot better than that, and we've got to say we're disappointed. Overall, we're looking at exactly halfway in the season now. Halfway has been the first 6 months, and we've got the second half of the season in the next 3 months. But we have got half a season to go. But we've won 7 out of 23. We've drawn 11, and if we're going to get promotion, we need to win more games. And in terms of our performance, some of our game management isn't good, definitely, but. It is there. We can improve, and we do need to improve. And in the second half of the season, I do think we will improve that.
Games are coming thick and fast. How difficult has the last few weeks been?
Yeah, it's unusual, the situation, and for us, not of our own making as well. And that's been the difficult part. The one game that we have had to go when we had a few cases was obviously Tranmere. That's some weeks away anyway. That's gone now, and we are where we are. We should enjoy this period anyway. We should look forward to it. There's not something that we should worry about. Recover. Keep trying to improve. I don't think that there's anything that we should be frightened of in this division. And with the run that we've got, we should look forward to it. But certainly going forward and on the ball, we do need to improve, definitely, because we didn't do enough today.
You've been active in the transfer window, and today we saw both Dan Moss and Otis Khan.
Yeah, different types of players, and for Dan Moss, this is league debut, and congratulations to him. After playing in the National League, for the first half of the season. For Otis Khan, he's a little bit more travelled in League Two terms, and different types of players. One's an attacking player, one's a defensive player, but they're good additions because obviously down the right hand side we've been struggling a little bit, and also down the left hand side with Archibald. It's been a little bit of a change because a big part of our success in the first half of the season, or the early part of the season, has been the quality from wide area from James and Archibald. When we've got that wide, and we've missed that, so we do need options in those areas.
What is the latest news regarding Theo?
Yeah, I think he has a chance for Tuesday, more realistically for Saturday. That's where he is, but he's okay and recovering well, and will train at some stage next week.
How much of a blow is it to have lost Craig Clay now for the campaign?
Yeah, it is, but everybody's got players out. We've lost quite a few, but everybody has players out. I have to focus and find the right equation for the players inside our camp, the right formation as well, and combination. I don't think it was necessarily there today. We played into their hands. We didn't give them enough problems. We've got a good front three, I think, a very good front three, and we didn't give them enough service today. We didn't give them a lot to necessarily go off. And while there were one or two good crosses in the first half, both from Moss and from Wood, Port Vale defended their box well, and just generally in open play, we didn't get enough quality into them down the sides of them. They're a good front three, I think, and I was disappointed the service to them today, and for us anyway. Of course, I'm talking about James or Archibald or Clay. You lose players, but other sides lose players as well. You have to find a way, and we will and have to find a way in the second half of the season.
Is Paul Smith okay? He seemed to be stretching those hamstrings.
Yeah, he was stretching a lot. He'll be fine. Yeah, I do think he'll be okay. Hasn't played, for quite a long time. One game at Stoke, but he is a threat, definitely. And he has good pace as well, particularly when he gets on the back line.
We spoke about 2 newcomers. Will there be more, Kenny?
Yeah, we hope so. We do think we need it. There's a lot of games, and also I think the side needs to improve in certain areas as well. That's very important, and we need to bring more competition, more quality into certain areas. Certain areas of the pitch were pretty good, but with losing 1 or 2 players, and obviously a natural development of the side where you're halfway through the season, summing it up, we're in the transfer window, and yes, both inside and outside we want to improve.
And where are those certain areas?
Yeah, it's everybody's got different opinions. You get one area strong, and then maybe you just lose a couple of players. We've talked about the wide areas, but then you lose a couple of players. and so inside or outside of the club, you need to find something that helps, that turns the emphasis into a strength if you can, in a combative league.
Next two games against sides that hit a bit of form, both Newport County and Mansfield Town. Will those new arrivals come before those two games?
Yeah, I hope so, and we do need strengthening. I do think that, but also inside the club, we do feel we can keep stepping on and keep improving as well, which is very important. And while we respect all of our opposition, I don't think there's anything to be frightened of in the whole division, whether sides are top or whether they're in form or not. For us, we have to make sure we play at our maximum, and particularly for our younger players, keep improving.
Finally for me, Kenny, almost 6,000 at the Brea Group. They stayed with the side, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and we were competitive and we got a clean sheet, but really then going forward we didn't give them a lot. We really didn't. We had a couple of chances early on. Harry had a header, and Paul Smith had moments, Aaron Drinan had moments, but we didn't get the ball wide, didn't get in behind them. We didn't feel that we created them enough problems, didn't get into 1v1 situations enough where we have good players to be able to do that, and that didn't work. So for the 6,000 people who haven't seen we haven't seen much football over recent weeks. We appreciate that. We do also realise they stuck with us today. Corner at the end in the 91st minute, and we can't miss the first man. It's frustrating for everybody, those situations where if you can score that corner at that particular time or get a strike on, and we have the players to do that it's a disappointing delivery. So yeah, disappointing day I think for our supporters, but a crowd that we appreciate and fully understand and know that we need to improve.